You know, Americans are growing more open to the idea of legalized marijuana. A recent CBS News poll shows that 65% of Americans support legalizing marijuana. That's up from 59% last year, and 45% just 6 years ago. But the change in attitude does not extend to professional sports. Some form of marijuana is legal in 33 states. Get this, 101 out of the 123 major North American professional sports franchises play where weed is legal in some form or another. And yet 3 leagues, Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the NFL, still punish players if they test positive for the drug. Marvin Washington is a co-founder of ISO Sport. It's a company that makes sports performance products that are infused with CBD. He's also a Super Bowl champion. He played defensive end for 11 years in the NFL, and he won the Super Bowl for Elway's last game.
Yep, 1998.
1998. Good to have you here, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me.
For folks who may not be familiar, what is CBD exactly?
CBD is a non-psychotropic part of the hemp plant, cannabis plant. It doesn't get you high, doesn't get you stoned. I like to say THC gets you high and CBD gets you healthy. It has so many medicinal benefits that I think that's the wave of the future, medicate with something that's natural.
Why'd you get into this?
Well, my primary reason was getting into it, you know, my NFL background.
Yeah.
And the government has a patent that says CBD is an antioxidant and neuroprotectant for the brain in relationships to concussions. So I believe that CBD could go a long way in solving the NFL's industrial disease, which is CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
Are players drinking your products?
Players are drinking my products, players are rubbing my products, players are indigesting my products, because we have so many different delivery systems with CBD. You can have it in coffee, teas, creams, transdermal patches, pills, lotions, topicals. So we have a bunch of delivery systems that are helping people.
But if they use your product, do they test positive?
No, we're 100% hemp-based CBD.
I see.
We isolate it from the other cannabinoids, and then we put other essential, like, you know, turmeric and vitamin C and vitamin D in our products.
Based on what you know, why did the leagues, NFL, NBA, oppose marijuana?
Well, number one, it's still illegal on the federal level. CBD just got taken off the Controlled Substance Act, so I believe we're going to see something there. But hopefully, with the NFL, speaking about the NFL, the collective bargaining agreement is up in 2020, and I believe you will see a sensible, non-prohibitive, non-degrading cannabis policy like the NHL has.
Yeah, so tell me about the NHL policy, because it's kind of interesting.
They're sort of like hands-off. And a player cannot be put into their controlled substance program, or they don't get suspended, they don't get fined, even if they test positive for cannabis, which cannabis is legal in Canada.
And right now, if I'm in the NFL and I use marijuana, what happens to me on my first test positive case?
You're going to get put into the program, drug program. You're going to be able to, well, you're going to get tested up to 10 times a month. And then after the second time, you're going to start getting suspended and fined.
Marvin, why are NFL players wanting to use marijuana? Is it a matter of injuries that sort of the marijuana helps them with some pain, or?
Of course. The NFL has 2 issues. They have the head with the CTE, and then also the opiate addiction of their former players, and it's 20,000 of us.
Right.
And we're introduced to it. So would you rather a guy use the opiates, which are highly addictive and damaging to your body, or would you rather use a plant that's natural, non-toxic, and it's healthy for you?
You said some of us. Were you addicted to opioids?
No, never.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
But I'm saying us in the brotherhood.
Okay. I got you.
But I know plenty of guys that are still taking opiates and they haven't played football in over 2 decades.
Sure.
I know guys that have been addicted.
Sure. Marvin, thank you. This was an interesting discussion. I mean, do you see the NFL evolving on this issue by 2020 when the collective bargaining comes up again?
I know it is. I know it's a
But why would they?
Well, it's a priority for my former union, the NFLPA, to give guys an alternative. You know, they let guys use Adderall and Ritalin, and they're under Banned Substance Act from WADA, the World Anti-Doping Association, because they have these issues. So, and they call it a TUE, a therapeutic use exemption.
But do you see the league budging and allowing it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have to.
Okay.
Because the country's doing it. It's been accepted all over.
Right. And for example, last question, if I play for the Denver Broncos, since Colorado, weed is legal in Colorado, they still can't smoke weed, right?
No.
Interesting. So legal in your state, but because your league says you can't, don't do it.
Exactly, but that's going to change. I know that the ceiling is 2020, and you're going to see something with the NFL, and they're going to lead the way for the other leagues, Major League Baseball and the NBA.
Mr. Washington, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here, sir.